Yesterday we engaged in the call, and we can see some of the artifacts. And for those of you who just came, in the morning we spent some time making collages that related to the conversation that we had teased up around the call. And we're going to actually work with that a little bit later on. We decided that the call, the journey, the return would be synchronous with the 3 days of this gathering. And so in the call phase, there's the call, there's the resistance to the call, there's the vision, there's the imagination of what it will be like. And when we move into the journey, there's some archetypal truths that it's nothing that we discovered that's new. It's something that's in the human being. It's in the human spirit. It's in the human genome somehow. And when we start the journey, we have this in the call stage, the preparation. We may be prepared, but we're never ready. And you can't be, because what we imagine the journey to be is never what it is. So that's the realm of surprise. It's the realm of disappointment. It's the realm of expectations met or unmet. It's the realm of making adjustments along the way. And as we have sort of played out the experience of the learning journey in our trips to Washington and India and Africa and various places, I have been noticing that if we create some kind of framework for engagement to bring to awareness what's happening during the journey, that we need moments of reflection on the journey as well, that there are moments when we have to realize where we are, how we're dealing, how we're responding emotionally to the situation. The experiential, affective, emotional phase of learning is in the journey, because it's a total body experience. It's the relational experience of who am I traveling with. We heard Annika talk a little bit about that last night, is the journey was defined by her peers that she took the journey with, by the people she met on the journey, and then in the return phase by the welcoming of the community from that initiatory experience in order to complete the experience and be witnessed. So today, we come with some level of expectation, and what happens is actually what happens on the journey, and we're not always in control of that. And one of the things that we do in the preparation stage, which I think has the most profound effect on the journey, is to get mentally prepared to deal with what happens rather than what we expect will happen. To let go of expectation and to show up often on some of these journeys where we set up situations like interviews with people. Suddenly they're called away and we're talking to their assistant. How do you handle disappointment? You pack it in, you know. If there's a relational issue along the way, what do you do? You know, do you implode and draw all that energy in with you? So how we manage surprise, and that can be the fruit of transformation, because it's in that challenge, it's in those moments of challenge that the new capacities emerge. If we show up with openness, and if we actually bring the capacities that belong to each of us to bear. And so the journey that we actually create is created in our minds as we're traveling, and the experience that we have is the experience that we create. Things don't happen to us. We respond to things that happen. And so the question often in life, in the journey of life, am I a victim and things are happening to me, or am I taking the stuff of life and finding a way to respond to that ennobles and enlarges me even when my expectations have been dashed? You know, when the vision I had wasn't what happened, how do I live into my own life and the experience that's happening right with me? So these learning journeys that we take are sort of metaphorical preparation in some ways for the journey of life. to have an opportunity, even when you fail, even when I blew it, in the reflective process, to realize that I could choose again and I could choose differently next time. The value and one of the great lessons I've heard often from the students is, if you didn't give us permission to fail and actually let us fail, we never would have known what we know now. So when you force people into what we have in mind for them, what our expectation is, and we seek predictability on the journey. What we do is we cauterize creativity, discrimination, and confidence that I can make the adjustment. So in the learning journey that we're all involved in the different aspects of our education, is how to open the field and how to prepare for response to what is rather than what I expected. How do we harness the surprise of the journey?